Hey, so in this video I show you how to make some Italian air-dried coppa at home. For this you need some pork neck or pork butt, depending on where you live in the world. Just make sure it's nice and cleaned up. And for the spices, I'm going for salt and cure, some black pepper, fennel seeds, mace, sugar mixture, allspice, and then bay leaves and juniper berries. And then I also have some dried thyme, and yeah, that's it. I would say let's start with the process. First, mix together all the spices, the salt and the cure, and make sure it's nicely combined. It doesn't need to be super fine, so you can use a pestle and mortar. It should look like this, so everything well combined. And then put it onto your meat. Make sure it's covered from all sides. Rub it in. And then put it into a vacuum bag. And now the important part, because we weighed out the spices, salt, etc., make sure that you get everything into the bag. And once you have everything in there, you can then vacuum the meat. I'm doing 2 seals, however you can also just do 1. It's just for safety measures. And then write the name on it and also the date once you put it in there. And then it's time to get it into the fridge for roughly 1.5 days per centimeter of meat thickness. So the thicker your meat is, the longer it needs to cure. Longer is always fine. I, for example, had this cured for around 3 weeks, and I think 7 days would probably be enough with this meat thickness. So yeah, longer is no problem. Then put it under cold water and rinse off all the spices under running cold water, and then pat it dry with a kitchen towel. And now the specialty of the coppa, we will fill it into a beef casing. For this you need to soak it in water and then put the cured meat into the casing. Make sure there are no air bubbles inside. You could also use a needle. However, if you, as you can see it here, you can also push it out and then tie it off with a butcher's twine. And then it's the part where we need to get the meat into shape. I'm completely honest with you, I'm not the best at explaining this. So first, get your butcher's twine and make 1 knot. And then pull it up, cross it over, and put it behind the meat and pull it. And as you can see there, you can now tie it and then do the same. Again, pulling, cross it over itself, pull it, tie it, and then on the other side you can make some knots, push it through, and then it looks more or less beautiful. However, taste will still be awesome, even though if it doesn't look that good. If you're not happy with the results as I am, then you can also fake it and just put some additional knots. And yeah, now I think it looks pretty okay. Get a pricker and make sure there are no air bubbles. You could also use a needle for that if you don't have a sausage pricker. And now it's ready to hang it into a cool and dark place and let it mature for a few months. If it's too dry, then make sure it doesn't get too dry on the outside, otherwise it can rot from the inside. So make sure there's enough humidity. And if it's too dry, you could also let it mature for like 1 month and then vacuum it again and let it rest for 1 month into your fridge. And afterwards it should look like this. This is after 2.5 months of maturing, and then another 3 weeks having it in vacuum. And as you can see, it looks nice and beautiful. There's not that much dry skin on the outside. And yeah, I would say I'm super happy with this result. And I would say, yeah, let's give it a taste test. And what should I say? It tastes so amazing. It's super special, but well worth the wait. The spices come out nicely. Yeah, super awesome. The full recipe, as always, is below. And if you like this video, then please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.